Hello, you guys. Sorry, I am a couple minutes late. I had a phone call that took too long, and then trying to get my kids lunch, which I didn't get to them yet. So anyway, what I want you to do is say hi when you see this. Say hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. If you see the red word live up in the corner, that means you're watching me live. I'm super excited for this. We are going to unbox our supplements, our supplies, our oils. We are going to prep and get ready for this liver detox. So I have a lot of things that I want to cover during this time. I see some people jumping on. Say hi as you see me. And tell me in the comments if you've gotten your products yet. And here's another thing that I want to say. If you didn't get them yet, it's okay. All right. You will be able to start this at any point. You might just be 2 days behind when everybody else is starting. It's okay. All right. So just know that. Take a deep breath. And even if you don't have your things to be prepping right this second, it's okay. All right. We are doing this for a full 30 days. So you're going to be in it with us. You're going to be there for the support with us. So if you're a couple days different, don't stress about it. All right. You're still going to be able to see everything in the group and see what people are experiencing and kind of have that knowledge anyway. So, we're going to start with kind of a checklist of, we're going to be going through some things that you're going to want to do. And then I will be showing you some different resources that I'm going to be posting in the group for you to be able to print and take advantage of, hang it in your house, do what you have to do to kind of get yourself prepped for this challenge. By the way, I do not see comments. So if anybody has said anything, I don't see it yet. If you guys could say hi, that would be, oh, okay. Stacy's on. Hi, Stacy. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure I could see comments. Hey, Jess. All right. So let's get started. Let me just show you, first of all, the resources that I'm going to be sharing with you. Oh, awesome, Stacy. Yeah, and Janet, let me know if you have your products, you guys, okay? And if not, go ahead and check your tracking and see when it's supposed to be here. I attempted to print this morning, but the day got away from me. My printer didn't print it, probably because my kids touch it all the time. Otherwise, I was going to show you the paper version of this. But this will be posted in the Liver Detox group. I highly recommend printing this so that you have it handy. One of the biggest things in the beginning is going to be learning the new routine, the new habit, and creating that habit. So having this to be able to look at is going to be really beneficial to you. Okay. Hi, Jennifer. And then the other thing that I'm going to give you, which I need to make this look better still, again, time, right? Is just a list of things to do. Okay. And we're going to be going over all of these during the live, but then I wanted you to have just something easy to look at to make sure that you've done all the things to be ready. Because we are going to be starting this on the 8th. Okay. Pam, totally fine that you're starting it a week late. And Denise, absolutely. Yours are going to come on the 8th. You're going to be 2 days behind and you're going to be good to go. So you can still do your grocery shopping this weekend and be ready to go with us as soon as you get your stuff. Okay. So the very first thing that I want to tell you is that I want you to take measurements. Okay. I actually ordered, this cool measuring tape that was very unnecessary prior. Here's something to kind of bring, I don't know, light to the situation if things aren't ideal. I used to use a phone cord. I used to use a phone cord to do my measurements because I didn't have one of those like sewing measuring tapes or anything. So I would take a phone cord and then I would stretch out my husband's tape measure and I would do the measurements with my phone cord and then I would put it there and then I would take a picture of the spot that it landed. I think that was helpful for me. You could also write it in a notebook. That would have also worked, but you have to find what's going to work for you. Okay. So I took measurements of just think of any area where you might want to know if it's changing. I took my waist. I took my rib cage. I took my arms, right? Like the teacher arm. I took my upper thighs because that's an area to carry weight. I even did my neck. All right. Just because you don't know what's going to change. So the more you can prep with that in the beginning, the better. So taking the measurements, also taking pictures. You may never ever show anybody these pictures, but they're going to be good for you. Here's some things to keep in mind for the pictures. Okay. I should have brought my breathe stick in here. I always get so stuffy when I talk for some reason. Some things to keep in mind. Best way to take pictures is in natural lighting. If you want to see changes in your skin and that sort of thing, you don't want to be in a dark area because you're not going to see it. So choose your place. Like I'm in my office right now. There's a window right here. Daytime, it would be great. What you're going to do, oops, what am I doing? What you're going to do is you're going to stand in front of the window and then you're going to take your selfie or set the phone up somewhere so you can get a full body picture. You can do like the picture where you're standing like this and you put your arms out so you can see your belly and you're not going to suck it in, okay? Then you're going to turn around and you're going to take one from the back and you're going to see like, you know, this area around your bra or whatever. Take the pictures from all the angles, okay? But the important thing is natural lighting, so stand in front of a window. If you need somebody to help you take the pictures for you, do it. If you have a tripod, you can use that. And then as you take pictures throughout, or maybe you're going to wait and take your after pictures at the very end, do it in the exact same spot. I actually texted Jess the other day because I saw this reel where the guy said, I took a picture of my face every day for the last year, which he really didn't. He was just like doing that. But I'm like, that would be kind of cool. Like if I took a picture of my face every single day, will I keep up with it? I don't know. But if I take a picture of my face every single day and then I make a reel out of it where it like goes fast and my face changes, that would be cool, right? So think about, what do you want? What do you want to have to look back on? Because you can't get the beginning back. All right. When I actually started with doTERRA, my upline Sherry, shout out to her. She said, Carrie, take pictures, take measurements, and take your weight, because I wish that I would have done that. So I had that knowledge. So I'm giving you that knowledge. Take the time and do it, jot it down, have all your numbers, have all your pictures. Again, if you never show anybody, totally fine, but you have it for yourself, all right? So that you can do the side comparison. If you never take them, again, you can't go back to the beginning. So that's number one. Next thing. And I said natural lighting. You don't want a dark space. And you want to make sure that you're in that same space each time. Okay. Also, I would recommend no makeup. Like if you want to see changes in your skin, do it like fresh out of the shower. A lot of times I like to do it when I have like my hair wrap on my head. Jess said pictures can be the biggest motivation to keep going with your new habits when the detox is over. Absolutely. And another thing that I forgot to mention, and Jess, I know she won't mind me sharing this, but she deals with psoriasis and eczema at times. So if you have like little patches of eczema or things on your skin, take pictures of those too. So again, the more you prep, the more you're going to be able to see and remember those results. All right. Okay. Habit stacking and supplement organization. Number one, I'm going to say you have to find what works for you. I've tried a couple different methods. Initially, I had this organizer that had a whole month. And in the month, it had an opening where you could put pills for the morning and you could put pills for the evening. It worked great when you took the time to set it up. But life got busy and I found that I wasn't taking the time to set that up. And I'm like, okay, this isn't for me. This isn't working for me. If I'm not using it as it's intended, then it's not the best for me. So again, I will say you need to find what works best for you. I'm going to share what I decide what has been like amazing for me. This is a tackle box from Walmart. It was like $4. Okay. Cheap. But the cool thing is you can put your own dividers in it. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without spilling my supplements. So it comes with like these little things. So like omegas, those take up a lot of space. So I could give that a bigger compartment. Things like PB Restore, not as big. That doesn't need as much space. So you can customize where you do that. And so when I get my supplements, okay, so here's my Zendocrine. This is going to be your detox help. I can take it and open it, choose your spot, and just dump the Zendocrine in. It makes it so easy then when you go to grab what you need. It's like, okay, it's morning. It's my empty stomach time. I need PB Restore and I need to make my veggie cap. Done. Then it's breakfast time. Okay, here's what I need for the AM. And it just makes it super simple because everything's in one place. Then the other thing that I did, again, I don't want to spill these, but I want you to see. Okay, you can see it with the omegas, I think. This is just an address label sticker, okay? I took it, I wrote what it is, and then I wrote how many to take and when. So this says E-Omega Plus 3 a.m., okay? Because with the omegas, this is not for you guys. Omegas are not part of this. I'm just trying to show you something that I'm not going to end up spilling. So I write, what is it? How many and when do I take it? All right. You'll notice purple dots on some of these. Those are the things that my husband takes. For the most part, we take the same thing, but he takes turmeric, which is for pain and inflammation. I'm not in pain. His job is very physically demanding. So I put purple dots on everything that he needs to worry about. But then like phytoestrogen, I take that. He doesn't. That doesn't have a purple dot on it. So you'll see I have my label for Zendocrine. I already created it. It says 1 a.m., 1 p.m. And I'm going to put this on the Zendocrine spot. So again, this is what works for me. If you're like, okay, yeah, I could see that working for me, go to Walmart, get a $3 or $4 tackle box. It does not need to be anything fancy. And the great thing about this too is that when you label it, and again, buy address labels. Like, it doesn't need to be expensive. It doesn't need to be fancy. You just want to know what you're doing and make it the easiest for you, because when habits are easy, you're more likely to stick with it. So put it in the comments right now. Does this sound like something that would work for your brain? For me, it does. Okay. I keep it in my cabinet. I pull it out every morning. I get my husband what he needs. I get what I need. And it just makes it super simple. So find a way that's going to help you, because I've heard this many times. An overwhelmed brain does nothing. You don't want your brain to be overwhelmed during this process. You want to make it as simple as possible so that you're likely to stick with it. Okay. Somebody said, Melissa said, I thought PB Restore should be kept in the fridge. Very good question, Melissa. From my understanding, PB Restore, and if there's other advocates on that want to help with questions as I go, PB Restore, if you are going to keep it for a long period of time, should be in the fridge. But if you buy it and use it that month, you don't have to put it in the fridge, okay? Which that's typically what we do. We buy our supplements every month. So I've never felt a need to keep my PB Restore in the fridge. So just know that, okay? Hi, Debbie. Rhonda, thank you. I've seen the tackle box thing before, and I'm like, I need to do that. And then it's like, it's so satisfying when you just get the whole bottle and you're like, done, right? Okay, so, and if you're just jumping on, the replay will be available, all right? So find an organization method that works for you. All right, let's go through exactly what you are going to have to do during this detox. So I am going to turn it around so that you can see the protocol. Okay, so to start the day, okay, mornings on an empty stomach. These supplements do different things when it's on an empty stomach versus having food in your stomach. You're going to take 1 PB Restore, that's the gut health, okay? And then you're going to make 1 of your oil capsules, and I'm going to show you how to do that, all right? And I say this because I literally had to look up a video on YouTube. The first time I ever tried to make one of these, I was making an allergy one. And for allergies, you use lemon, peppermint, and lavender. And I didn't know what I was doing. I thought it looked super simple. And I ended up getting peppermint all over my hand. My skin hurt because it was too much. Oh, Ashlyn, good question. How do you childproof it? Can you put it on top of your fridge or something like that? Something where it's like out of reach of them, maybe. But yeah, so, okay. So you're going to take MetaPower, cilantro, and celery. And I will say this is going to be an acquired smell. Okay. You're going to open up your veggie cap. I find it easiest. I know this is such a minor thing. I find it easiest to open all of them first. Okay. Now, I thought because the bottle has like that little indent there, I thought just put that right up to it. That doesn't work. They end up dripping all over. You're going to hold it up a little bit and then you can drop them in. I don't know if you guys can see that dropping in. 1, 2. Okay. Then you put the top back on and you take it as a pill. I don't have a water sitting here, so I can't do that right this second. If you have something like On Guard oil, this time of year, put some On Guard in there too. It's going to be good for immunity, not necessarily for the liver detox, but you know. All right, so that's to take the oil capsule internally. So that's your morning. You're going to start that way. Now we're going to look at meal times. Oh, thank you, Amy, for asking that. Make and take. That's kind of the rule of thumb with the veggie caps. I know it might not be convenient, but oils sitting in veggie caps can actually like disintegrate the veggie cap because oils are very strong, okay? They're very strong, they're very potent. So rule of thumb with veggie caps is make and take, all right? So I know for some people that are working during the day, maybe the lunchtime one would be a little bit hard. Okay, so kind of adjust. Maybe you take one right when you get home and then you take one at dinner time. That would be a fine adjustment, okay? All right, so let's look at this. Next up is meal times. So what are you going to do with your meal times? Terrazyme, this is your digestive enzyme. You're going to take one Terrazyme with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all of those. It's going to help your body to break down the food that you're eating, making it easier on your liver, all right? Zendocrine, that's your detox complex. This one, you're going to take one with breakfast, one with dinner. You'll notice with the Zendocrine that there are 60 capsules in the bottle, okay? So one with breakfast, one with dinner. Or if you're not a breakfast eater, take it with lunch and dinner, but make sure you're taking 2 a day for the Zendocrine. And another oil capsule at lunch and dinner. All right. So total of 3 oil capsules throughout the day. And this is, I honestly think from the last time I did this, the hardest part is just learning what to take when. So I think now that, and I didn't have my supplement box labeled like I do now. So I think that would have made it much easier on me. Okay. All right. So that's internal. We're going to move to topical application. All right. Because, when the oils when you take the oils internally, I just have some notes here. It helps removing toxins, reducing inflammation. It helps to boost energy, support the digestion, support the metabolism. So that's why we take it internally. For topical use, we're going to apply it to your liver, the outside of your liver. It's on your right-hand side, right under your rib cage, okay? You're going to be applying it there, and you're going to be applying it to the bottoms of your feet 2 to 3 times a day, all right? With that, it helps to support the detox. It clears excess fluids and wastes, helps stimulate circulation and toxin elimination. So both methods are going to be beneficial during this time. So how are you going to do it topically? You're going to make a roller. So you should have gotten some roller bottles. Okay. The ones from doTERRA, these are 10 ml. Previously, I had gotten some on Amazon, and I will say I absolutely love this size for certain things. So this is what I used before. I might remake this one again and keep it on my nightstand table so that those times where I forget to put it on before I go to bed and then I'm like, shoot, and then I don't feel like getting out of bed, right? Ease. We want to make it easy for ourselves. I might keep one by my nightstand too. So once I'm in bed, I can roll it on the bottoms of my feet. And if you're unaware, the bottoms of your feet actually have the biggest pores. So it helps to work it into your system. So either way, this one's half the size. So you would just adjust accordingly. With this, you're going to do 12 drops of each oil. Okay. My initial rollers that I got came with this little funnel, and I do find it to be helpful. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So I find the funnel to be helpful, but you're going to do your oils first. All right. So you're going to do 12 drops of MetaPower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, got 13 of that. Good trick too. Stop at 11 because you're usually going to get one more drop. Now we have cilantro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then celery seed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. By the way, if this is of interest to you, not necessary, you can get these little stickers on Amazon. Love them. Okay. For the bottles, like for my bottles like this, I love them. But I also love it for rollers. If you're making your own rollers, as you can see, what I did on this one is I labeled it with those stickers so that I know what it is, because I have multiple rollers that I've made. So just putting those little stickers on it helps to identify if you can see yourself making other rollers in the future. So that's just kind of another trick. All right, so your oils are in here. What you're going to do then is you're going to fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil. And I do not have the doTERRA one because I happened to still have some left. So I'm just going to, and you should have the pump, okay, if you ordered the pump. I use my label maker and wrap it around the bottle. That is awesome, Jess. Okay, so you are just going to try not to squirt this all over, but now you're just filling the rest. Okay. If you don't have a little funnel like this, you can totally just put this pump into the bottle. All right. So that's full. Now all the oils are going to mix together and you're going to be good to go there. Are the Amazon stickers cheaper than the ones from doTERRA? Ashley, honestly, I don't know. I have no idea on that. But these do say doTERRA, so it is definitely the doTERRA blends. But I don't know without looking at that. Okay. So that's that. Then in your little bag with your rollers, you need the roller top. Don't forget to put this on or it's going to end up leaking all over. So you're going to put the little top in. You just snap it in. And you're good to go. Now you have your roller. I will label this with stickers. And then you should also have the cap. So you have your roller. You're good to go. Keep this somewhere where you will see it. Again, I'm speaking from experience because I work from home. And there would be so many times where I'm like, shoot, I forgot to do the oils topically. So again, learning habits that are going to be sustainable to help you. So put it somewhere where you're going to see it, not in the windowsill where it's going to be in like the beating sun, but put it somewhere that you walk by frequently, that you can make sure that you're using this a couple times a day. And then, like I said, if it's helpful to you, make an extra one and keep it on your nightstand so that before you go to bed, you can do your liver and you can do the bottoms of your feet. Okay. So that's the products. Another little tip that I loved, and I was actually talking to Jess about this morning. I loved when I did the detox, and I feel like it really helped with reducing my cravings in addition to what the detox was doing, is I took MetaPower and lemon, and I put these in my water all day long. And I'm telling you, I went from eating chocolate chips all the time, walking by my cabinet, to never touching the bag of chocolate chips, not feeling the need to go to the pantry and eat cookies. And Sarah's going to be talking to us a lot about the reasons for that with glucose spikes when we get into our healthy weight management class. But this really helped me, and it tastes good. The MetaPower is a bit of a spicier oil. Lemon obviously is lemon, but it has good antioxidant properties. So I would just put like 3 drops of this in there, 3 drops of this, and then I would drink my water. And then when I had more water, I would do it again. So, and with that, use like a glass cup, or I was actually using a Yeti. But this also does not replace taking the oils internally. Don't skip the veggie cap step, okay? One of the things that these oils actually do is they act as a binder. A binder, it's kind of like a magnet for toxins. So as we're doing this and we're using that Zendocrine, your body's going to be releasing toxins. Certain toxins in your body need a binder. They need to attach to something, and then that binder escorts them out of your body. Without the binder, they can be re-released into your body. You don't want that. You don't want to be re-releasing toxins into your body. So do not skip this step. Putting it in your water does not replace that. Not to mention, you are not going to want to put celery seed and cilantro in your water. I promise you that. Okay. Actually, I was talking to one of my customers who was using cilantro. He was doing a gut detox, and cilantro was part of one of the phases for the gut detox. His son actually, he was putting it under his tongue, and his son actually said to him the one time, he's like, Dad, what is that new cologne that you're wearing? Because it does not smell good. And it doesn't. It's like I said, it'll be an acquired smell for you to get used to when you're using the oils topically. But you eventually get used to it and it doesn't bother you anymore. But yeah, so put it in the veggie cap. It's going to be your easiest way. You're not going to then taste it, and it's going to go down pretty simply. Okay. Lifestyle reminders that I want to talk about. And again, it will be on this sheet. All right. That you will have access to, that I'll be posting in the group. So hydration is key. Drink a minimum of half of your body weight in ounces of water daily. Increase if you're exercising. Consider adding lemon to your water. Okay. Real lemon, lemon essential oil, either one. Okay. But don't skip the hydration piece. Your body needs that to flush the toxins out. You're going to notice an increase in urination during this process. All right. Eat supportive foods. Okay. Eat supportive foods, cruciferous veggies, leafy greens, beets, and carrots. And I'm going to be teaching you about a tool that you can use to help you with this. Citrus fruits, avocado, turmeric, fermented and fiber-rich foods. So the more you can do a whole food kind of lifestyle during this time, the more of a break you're giving your liver, okay? Avoid stressors like alcohol, processed foods, sugar. Limit the caffeine, limit the red meat, and limit the high sodium foods, or avoid high sodium foods, okay? Our goal during this time is to give the liver a break. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. Restorative practices like regular exercise. Make sure you're getting adequate sleep. Sweating is a good thing. Like getting your body sweating. Your body detoxes through urination, poop, mucus actually. So you might notice yourself having more mucus build up during this time, and sweat. It releases through the skin. So if you can sweat more, you're going to notice an improvement. All right. I'm just going to kind of give you another piece of experience from the last time that I did the liver detox. When I did it, I lost 4 pounds, and I lost another 1/4 inch or 3/4 of an inch in my waist from what I had, in addition to what I had already lost just starting on the doTERRA foundational wellness. Okay. However, I will say by Jess and I diving in and learning and doing this class, I learned so much more about how important it is to eat right during this time. During the class, we related this to an overworked, overstimulated mom, right? That overstimulated mom, and she tries to get away and she goes for a spa weekend and her phone is going off like crazy. Her family's needing her the whole time, right? She is not getting a break. She's not going to come back feeling refreshed. She's still being overworked. Your liver is the same. You will get out of it what you put into it. I understand perfection is not going to happen, but when I did my liver detox the last time, and granted, I did lose weight and I did lose inches, but I was still eating processed foods. I was eating American cheese all the time, super processed, right? I did make an attempt. The biggest thing I changed was I ate like chicken and fish and that sort of thing instead of red meat. So I did do that. I did do the celery drink. I did bring those things in. So I did make improvements from my norm, but I didn't do it to the effect or to the point that I want to do it now. So what we say is like 85%. Give it 85% clean eating during this time, and you are going to see the best results. So again, you will get out of it what you put into it. The supplements are great. The supplements are going to help you. They're going to do their job. But what you support with your lifestyle changes during this time to actually give your liver that break so it doesn't have to work as hard for this next 30 days, that's going to make a difference. Okay. What was next on my list? Okay. I want to teach you a tool. Put it in the comments if you've, yes or no, have you ever used ChatGPT? Okay, yes or no in the comments. I will tell you, ChatGPT is like, it's like that best friend that is unbiased and always listens and always is there to give you logical advice. It is amazing. When my son was going through some major anxiety to the point he wasn't eating, he wasn't swallowing, he had this intense fear. I remember laying in my bed after he was having like an all-out panic attack, and I was having a conversation with ChatGPT, and it would like, and I get tears in my eyes because it was a very intense time. But it would like check in on me. Like it would ask questions at the end, like, how are you feeling about that? You know? And so it's an AI tool. Okay. Stacey says, love ChatGPT. Denise has not used it. I see a lot of no's. Janet has. Okay. Your mind is going to be blown. Okay. If you use it, it's really going to be beneficial for you. So when I was doing my liver detox, I built my understanding through using ChatGPT and asking questions. So if there was something that I wanted to eat and I was like, I'm not really sure about this, if it's a good idea during a liver detox, I went into ChatGPT, let's say American cheese. Let's just use that example. I went into ChatGPT and I said, would American cheese be an okay thing to eat during a liver detox? Obviously, it's going to tell me no, not ideal, but then it's going to give me suggestions for alternatives. It's amazing. Okay. So let me just pull that up. I want to show this to you. So hang on a second. Shoot, hang on. I gotta put my phone on. I gotta drag it from one screen to the next. So, okay. So let's say I'm wondering, okay, is it normal? All right, hang on. You're just going to go to chatgpt.com, okay? Chatgpt.com. You can click login. It's super simple. It doesn't require much. Just like use your Google. Nope, it's free, Denise. There is a paid version, absolutely not necessary. So I'm going to put you down for another second. I want to type this. Is it normal to feel bloated on my 3rd day of liver detox? Okay, so you're going to type this question in there. You're going to hit enter. Okay, yes, it's normal to feel bloated on the 3rd day of your liver detox. It happens because toxin release, increased fiber, water retention. Your body might be holding on to extra water as it works to flush out the toxins. So it helps to teach you those answers in real time. So you don't have to necessarily go to the Facebook group, post, wait for an answer. You can extend your learning by asking it these questions, okay? Another thing that you might ask is, what is a good, maybe you want to have some milk, or you want to use it for a protein shake or whatever. What is a good milk to drink during liver detox? Okay. It's best to avoid dairy milk as it can be harder on your liver. Opt for these alternatives instead. So then it gives you choices of what's going to be better for you. So it's really a beneficial tool. Okay, I have to tell you about this other example. And I'm going to type the question in here as I turn this around. So I've been like, every morning when my husband leaves for work, I've been like getting into the rabbit hole of like learning how to eat healthier, because it's not normal for me. I told you on the class, I'm not a health person. This is all very new to me, and it's all something I have to learn. So I was like, okay, I like bacon with things, right? Like as a topping on chicken, on salads, whatever, but bacon is a red meat. I don't want to eat that during the detox. So I said, is there an alternative? Gave me all these choices, and it actually said you can use coconut flakes and season them with like liquid smoke and that sort of thing, bake them or whatever, and it can mimic the taste of bacon. So I said, okay, give me a recipe. And I'm telling you, your mind is going to be blown. If you actually start using this, you could be having like marital problems and ask ChatGPT and explain the whole situation. It will give you realistic advice, or it'll tell you like why somebody might be behaving in a certain way. Like, it's insane. Okay. And I always say too, it's like a spouse, but a spouse that like listens to everything that you say, because it also will create memory for you. So like, as you're giving it your symptoms and how you're feeling and that sort of thing during your detox, it's going to say added to memory, added to memory. And so now when you ask it questions, it's going to remember what it already talked to you about. It's like, it's amazing. Give me a recipe for coconut flake bacon. So it's like, it can give you something, and then you can be like, okay, well, elaborate on that. So here's a recipe. I've even used this when I'm cooking to say, I have chicken and this and whatever in my fridge. Give me a recipe I can make. I'm telling you, it's like, it's just amazing. It is so much better than going to Google and getting caught in rabbit holes of Google that you can. It's like you get an exact direct answer versus having to go research. Your mind is going to be blown. Use it. It will help you learn more. It'll help you make better decisions. You'll be able to evaluate certain things. When I was doing my detox last time and I was trying to figure out like, what could I add to my celery drink? That's where I started using the chocolate protein powder and then natural peanut butter. And if you're not sure what's good in peanut butter, say, how can I identify a good peanut butter? You can ask it anything you want to know, and it is going to spit out an answer to you. So it is a really good tool to use during this time. Incredible. Okay. All right. The last piece. I know this has gotten a little bit long. My kids are like staring at iPads right now, but they're leaving me alone and I'm able to do this. So it's okay. We don't judge here. Okay. So the Facebook group, how are you going to use and lean into this for support during the detox? Okay. We will be having weekly lives on Friday, I believe at noon. Either Jess or I, or maybe both of us, will be going live. So plan on that on Fridays. Okay. You will be able to catch the replay also just the same. We will be giving tips. We'll be going over like the progress during the week and that sort of thing. It'll be a place where you can come and you can ask questions. So pay attention to that. At the end of week 1, we're going to be talking about the celery drink and showing you our ideas, what Jess does and what I do for the celery drink, because we're going to introduce that in week 2. Okay. But you're also going to see a daily post with a prompt. Okay. They're all going to look like this. We really want you to take advantage of doing these. We want you to use the Facebook group as an accountability place where you can go and you can share and you cannot feel alone. The more people that use this, the more we are all going to benefit. So can you put it in the comments right now? I am willing to be vulnerable and share my experiences in the Facebook group. You don't have to say it that in depth, but you can even just say I'm willing. That would be fine. So we're all going to benefit when you do that, when you're willing to ask or participate and tell how you're feeling. Because let's just say Susie is feeling really constipated and she's ready to throw in the towel. She's like, I can't do this, whatever, right? Because it happens. Sometimes when things get hard, we can feel like giving up, and giving up is the easier thing to do. But if you go to the daily post and you're like, whoa, look at all these other people that are feeling crampy right now, that are feeling constipated right now, you will feel a sense of normalcy and you'll be like, okay, I can continue. I can do this. All right. So it's again, everything that you're willing to put in is going to help you get that out of it. So that is all I had for right now. I will be sharing, like I said, I'll be sharing the resources in the checklist. Let me just go back to that checklist really quickly for you guys. I'll be sharing those in the group. If you're an advocate and you are watching this, it would be beneficial for you to tag your customers that are doing the detox in this post so that you make sure that they see this and that they're prepped. I hope this wasn't like too much. I know it was a little bit long, but I wanted to make sure you guys are ready. I will be posting this in the group. It just really kind of covers what we talked about today, but just in a very short, checklist kind of form. So yeah, that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions? Are you excited? How are you feeling about this? I am opening the floor to you. Ginny, good. I'm glad it was beneficial for you. Yeah, it's helpful to have somebody that's done it before that kind of like knows some of the ins and outs and some of the things you might experience. And I would also love to know, what do you guys plan to do? Does the supplement box sound like it's something that would work for you? I'm curious on that too. Amy is pumped. Awesome. And I see many of you that are willing to share your experiences, so thank you for that. Jess was doing the veggie caps 2 times a day. And again, 2 times is better than no times, right? So you got to give yourself grace. You got to know that perfection. Hey girl, come here. Rex, you're crushing her. You want to say hi? Yeah. You want to say hi? Yeah. Then say hi. Hi. What's your name?
Pretty.
Oh, pretty? You are pretty, but what's your name? Who are you? Aria. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Yes. Go back and watch the replay as needed. You can pause it if you need to. Do you want to sing ABCD?
ABCD.
You want to sing?
ABCD.
No? A, B. Or do you want to sing Aria Finger? She'll always sing Aria Finger, where are you? Right? All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. She is 2. I'm not hurting you.
Mama.
She's very dramatic. Are you dramatic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popsicle.
You're not going to have a popsicle. We're going to eat lunch. All right, you guys. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to feed my kids, and good luck. I will get that stuff posted when I get a chance. I'm going to get these oils put away before they're in her hands, because she loves oils. You're not going to love those ones. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.